In this module, we will continue with the properties of monosaccharides. The second property of monosaccharide is the condensation of a with the phosphoric acid with the one of the hydroxyl groups of a sugar, which forms a phosphate ester linkage. For example, in case of glucose 6 phosphate is formed. और ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट जो है ये इंटरमीडिएट है ग्लाइकोलिटिक एंड मैनी अदर पाथवेज का. शुगर फॉस्फेट्स आर relatively stable at neutral pH and bear a net negative charge. This is the diagrammatic presentation of D-beta D-glucose 6 phosphate. We can see here that in this diagram, this phosphate group is attached with an ether linkage with the carbon atom number 6 of the glucose molecule in the cyclic structure. In fact, one of the strategies of glycolysis is to form the 3 carbon intermediates. Glycolysis में जब हम देखेंगे तो main requirement is the production of energy. तो 6 carbon sugar जो mostly glucose or fructose or whatever the feeder from the feeder pathway of glycolysis entering into the glycolysis, 6 carbon sugar is converted into 2-3 carbon sugars. उसके 2 पार्ट हो जाते हैं, 3 कार्बन का एक पार्ट हो जाता है जैसे डाइहाइड्रोक्सी एसीटोन और ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड बन जाता है और उन दोनों के ऊपर भी फॉस्फेट अटैच हो जाता है और ये फॉस्फेट देता है जिस वक्त ADP को तो इट इज़ कन्वर्टेड इनटू ATP which is a high energy product and required for the production of energy in the human body. The 3 carbon intermediates that can transfer their phosphate groups to ADP to achieve net synthesis of ATP. In the synthesis and metabolism of carbohydrates, the intermediates are very often not the sugar themselves. बहुत सारे intermediate जिस तरह glycolysis में पहले ही step में ग्लूकोज कन्वर्ट हो जाता है ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट में. उसकी कन्वर्शन की डिफरेंट रीजंस हैं और उसकी डिफरेंट बेनिफिट्स हैं. ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट जो है वो सेल से बाहर नहीं जा सकता क्योंकि उसके ट्रांसपोर्टर्स नहीं होते. इसीलिए ये प्रॉपर्टी जो है this is useful for formation of energy in glycolysis. So glucose and intermediates of different glycolytic and other pathways of the glucose metabolism are having the phosphate group attached on their carbon atom depending upon the structure. 6 carbon in case of glucose or third carbon in case of dihydroxyacetone or glyceraldehyde. In the synthesis and metabolism of carbohydrates, the intermediates are very often not the sugar themselves but their phosphorylated derivatives. जैसे हमने बताया in case of glucose which is converted into glucose 6 phosphate. Another advantage of this formation of phosphate and attachment of phosphate in the glucose or on the 6 carbon of the glucose is the formation of O and N glycosidic linkage. जहाँ glycosidic linkage बननी है वहाँ पहले phosphate अटैच होता है उसके बाद phosphate उतर जाता है तो either O glycosidic linkage or N glycosidic linkage. We will discuss these glycosidic linkage when we discuss the metabolism or the chemistry of the disaccharides.